Hello to Pioneer viewers. As you know, our agenda is the Russia-Ukraine war. We continue to bring you all the developments and daily news about the Russia-Ukraine war. So increasing attacks in recent days show us that the intensity of the war has increased again. Offensives and defensive operations are among the methods used by the states to increase their gains in war. In times of the war, the armies of a state fight sacrificially by undertaking critical tasks. They go to great length to plan and execute difficult missions. Each action can have many consequences, and for this reason, times of the war have an interesting atmosphere. The state rulers must work in harmony with military commanders, and when there is a harmony between these two groups, the state becomes a single body with its most powerful institutions. It becomes almost impossible to separate these united forces against the enemy threat. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has been going on for more than 2 years, and the Russian army has made many mistakes on the battlefield. As a result, the Russian army has suffered huge losses and hard times, and the Ukrainian army, on the other hand, is seeing the positive results of the planned and systematic work. Military experts describe the Ukrainian army as a robot with everything planned. Soldiers, commanders, Kiev officials, and many people are harmonizingly defending their country, and the Ukrainian army's fight against the Russian army is supported by European countries. With this support, the Ukrainian army has become an important force, and the Ukrainian army is conducting strategic operations against the Russian targets, but also successfully conducting defensive operations. So recently, the Ukrainian army has accomplished incredible deeds on the same day. The Ukrainian army, which achieved a great success in both offensive and preventive operations, surprised those who saw it. Now, if you are ready, let's examine the latest developments together. As the Pioneer, we continue to report on Russia-Ukraine war. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss our daily map reports and reports on the agenda. I also read all of your comments on our videos, so please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comments with us. Let's start if you are ready, because the Pioneer reports. An incredible operation was organized by the Ukrainian army on the other day. The breathtaking operation of the Ukrainian army resembled a movie scene, and the Ukrainian army attacked an area many kilometers away from the Ukrainian border, showing that its attack range can reach any part of Russia. A drone strike on the industrial zone in the Russian Republic of Tatarstan, more than 1,000 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, reportedly destroyed a facility producing Shahed kamikaze drones. The plant producing Shahed drones, which were frequently used by the Russian military throughout the war, had weak security measures. Ukrainian military intelligence had been monitoring the area for a long time to obtain this information, and using a network of local spies, Ukrainian military intelligence learned details about the production and the combat use of Shahed drones in the region. And the only thing left for the Ukrainian intelligence to do now was to plan the day of the attack. Ukrainian military intelligence officials were well aware of the importance of the facility in the region. Therefore, the attack had to be absolutely successful. As a result of the detailed operation plan and investigations, the operation was successfully completed. Airstrikes were carried out against factories in Yelabuga and Nizhikams in Tatarstan. The press service of Tatarstan President Rustam Minikhanov said in a statement, Ukraine has not claimed responsibility for the strikes in line with its policy of refraining from commenting on strikes taking place on the Russian territory. But Ukraine's digital transformation minister, Mikhail Fedorov, said in an interview published the other day that Kiev has drones capable of hitting targets more than 1,000 kilometers away. Most of the drones that attacked Russian oil refineries have a range of 700 to 1,000 kilometers, but now there are models that can fly more than 1,000 kilometers, Fedorov said. According to local sources, the targeted facilities was an important one of production, and Russia last year began producing Iranian-designed Shahed drones at the plant in Tatarstan, which Moscow had used extensively in the war in Ukraine. Last fall, about 200 drones a month were produced at the plant in the region and put into service with the Russian military. As a result of the selfless work of the Ukrainian army, the Russian arms production facility located many kilometers away was neutralized, and it is noteworthy that the Ukrainian army's strategic strikes have hit Russian oil facilities and production facilities. Considering that the Russian economy is also in disarray, Ukraine's strategy can be one of great use. While the Ukrainian army continues its offensives, it is also preventing Russian aggression by making critical intervention. Newly released footage shows that the moment Ukrainian forces thwarted one of Russia's largest tank attacks in more than 25 months of the guerrilla fighting. Moscow's army relies on the armored vehicles to make territorial gains in the eastern Ukraine, but the vehicles are being destroyed one by one. The other day, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry said paratroopers from the country's 25th Airborne Brigade stopped at a major Russian offensive near the village of Toniki, just west of Avdiivka. Moscow has claimed to have captured a number of villages since taking control of Avdiivka, and there was concern among Kyiv supporters about whether Ukraine could successfully halt Russia's westward advances. But having established its presence in the region, the Ukrainian army successfully defended its territory. Kyiv said airborne troops destroyed 4 Russian tanks and 2 infantry fighting vehicles and shared footage showing the efforts of the Ukraine's 25th Airborne Brigade against the Russian armored assault. In a separate statement, the 25th Airborne Brigade also released footage showing its fighters destroying a column of enemy equipped, officials said. The short clip shows several explosions engulfing a number of vehicles trying to escape the incoming fire. Ukrainian open-source intelligence reported that other day, the Ukraine had repelled a large-scale attack by 36 Russian tanks and 12 infantry fighting vehicles around Toniki. The defense potential and the strength of the Ukrainian army is increasing day by day, and the increasing strength of the Ukrainian army shows that the end is near for the Russian army. So, how do you interpret the Ukrainian army's attacks on the kilometers deep territory? What do you think that the Ukrainian army gains as a result of its strategic offensives? How do you assess the situation and the defensive capabilities of the Ukrainian army? More importantly, what do you think the Russian army should do? We value your opinion a lot, so please share it with us.